Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, watching the Big Man Theory. This is the 23rd episode of the 11th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click in it, put a password in, and enjoy. So, last episode, did Amy say yes to the dress? Which is actually an interesting show in the UK. Yes to the dress. She did. She tried on 3 that we seen, and she chose the third option, which is a massive dislike to Bernadette and Penny. You know, she asked for the opinions. They both said, yeah, it looks great, even though they both really disliked it. Now, interestingly, you know, I personally wouldn't have chose that dress out of the 3 that she was, you know, that she shown us. However, it did fit her personality, and we did acknowledge that at the time. And later on in the episode, Penny actually sat down and told her that she didn't like it, which, you know, kind of hurt her feelings. And she kind of was saying, how can she wear a dress now that somebody that she, you know, loves and respects so much, like, dislikes? And Penny tried to actually explain to her, like, look, you know, I'm looking at it from a point of view like it was my wedding and something that I wouldn't choose, but at the end of the day, it is your wedding, and you've got to pick something that you really enjoy and what you want to do. And, you know, if this makes you happy, then why don't you just get that dress? And obviously she's got it, and she was trying it on in her apartment, and you know, Sheldon come in and seen it and was like, wow, you look beautiful. And that's all the reassurance that she needs, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's her day, and the fact that her husband to be is really impressed and says that she looks amazing in it, then that obviously just justifies that that was a good buy for her. You know what I mean? Everybody has different tastes, and everybody would you know, want that reaction from their partner, regardless of whether it's a dress that the friends like or, you know, the family. As long as she likes it and he likes it, then, you know, that's all that matters, isn't it? So it was good reaction from Sheldon. He said that she looks like a swan as well, you know, and, you know, coming to think of it, she actually kind of did look like it, all fluffy and you know, feathered up. But, you know, she was happy, he was happy, so she made the right choice. And now I'm excited to see, obviously, maybe the preparation, the getting ready, the pre-planning for the wedding, hopefully, which will be in tomorrow's next episode, which is, again, really exciting. Thanks for checking out today's episode, though. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
That's not right. No, that's so unreasonable. Yeah, well, if you're going to be like this, then I don't want to talk to you right now either. My mother. Guess who she's insisting we invite to our wedding?
Jesus?
If only. My brother tormented me my whole childhood. I don't think I should reward that type of behavior with a slice of wedding cake in the shape of the Millennium Falcon.
He may have been mean to you when you were kids, but you're both grown men now.
If I don't want to invite him to my wedding, then I won't.
Okay.
Except I have to, because my mommy's making me.
Okay, so each welcome bag gets a schedule of events, a map, and chocolate from me. And from Sheldon, a bottle of Purell, and a laminated table of elements because the American school system is a failure.
How do you know if someone has pink eye?
Their eye would be red, swollen, and probably oozy.
Okay, thanks. Both kids have pink eye.
Hey, let's step away from the bride.
So am I gonna be like the only single guy at Sheldon's wedding?
No, there'll be a lot of single people there. Stuart, Amy's great aunt.
I don't want to be that sad single friend that everyone looks at with pity.
I'm afraid that ship may have sailed.
You have a brother, right?
Yes.
Is he the worst? Is he an unspeakable abomination? Does the very thought of him make your skin crawl?
Laughs at his own jokes, but otherwise he's okay.
Hey, you've reached George Cooper. Please leave a message. Unless this is Sheldon again, in which case please try me on my other number, 1-800-SUCK-IT.
You don't know what it was like growing up with him.
I get it. I grew up with lots of brothers. My brother Adut was especially mean.
Really? I've never heard you mention a dude.
Sure I have. He's the one who left the door open when we were kids and my pet mongoose ran away.
Look, I mean, short of getting on a plane and flying there, what does your mother expect you to do? I kept saying no. How am I here?
Aren't you worried it's a little intense to ask someone you just met to go to a wedding?
I'm running out of time.
Hey, Raj, remember when you borrowed my VR goggles the other day?
Yeah?
It's got pink eye.
Shouldn't have done that.
How do you even get that pink eye?
So wait, your brother is Dr. Tire?
Yes. And apparently it only takes half a semester of community college to get that particular doctorate. He's a loser who sells more tires than anyone in Texas. He is not a doctor. There's only one doctor here, and it's me.
I'm also a doctor.
You want to wait in the car? And what is he even using that stethoscope to listen to? Hello, Georgie?
It's just George now.
Fine. George. No, I don't like it. Georgie, why aren't you returning my phone calls?
You're supposed to be the smart one. You figure it out. We haven't talked in over 10 years. Need something, you think you can just show up at my store? Well, let's just drop everything to accommodate Sheldon. Tell me what you need. Your wish is my command.
That's better, thank you.
Has he got a mullet? Like, is that classed as a mullet haircut? Because I actually think mullets are pretty decent. If it had the flick and curl of, say, Raj's hair in a mullet, like Fionn, what's he called? Fionn Von or something? The guy on Twitter and that. Like, he has a mullet. Like, I actually think it's a good haircut, me. Like, obviously, my hair's really long. To be honest, mine's like fucking penny's length, if I'm being totally honest. But, like, if I was going short, which that's long for a guy still, I would do a mullet like that. I actually think it's decent. And, you know, you never really realise that Leonard is small, like, until, like, he's around other people that are not his group. Because when that guy walked out and Sheldon and him were stood next to it, he looked dead small, Leonard. And how big Sheldon? He's got to be in the 6 foot. He does look pretty tall.
Oh my god.
Mate, it's well bad.
Yeah, I got it too. I just wanted to make sure you and Amy didn't get it.
Well, I didn't get it. You infected me a week before my wedding! What am I supposed to do about this?
Wear a veil?
That's not funny. Just, like, not touch my computer. You don't want to look like that in your wedding photos.
What if we tell him the theme of the wedding is Walking Dead and this is our zombie makeup?
Well, turns out it's gonna come in handy after all.
Confused. You didn't want me at your wedding, but now that Mom won't come, you want me there.
I know you don't hear this a lot, but that is exactly right, Georgie.
George.
I would like you at my wedding.
That is so nice to hear. But I would rather swallow a pregnant wildcat and crap out a litter of kittens.
It is fitting that you got into tires because you are tiresome. Was that too mean?
No, not too mean, not too good either.
It's not getting in the middle of it because we boys need to work it out ourselves. Fine if she doesn't come to the wedding. I've got Amy now, and she can do everything a mom can do and more. In childhood, he was mean to me.
Sorry. I know what it's like to live with a bully.
Your brother bullied you?
Oh, I was talking about Penny, but sure. Look, we don't fly out until the morning. Why don't I try and talk to him? Give it one more shot?
All right. But if he says, nerd says what? Don't answer him.
What?
You are a lamb to the slaughter.
So how was your date?
It was going well until my eye dripped in her latte.
Oh, boo-hoo. This date got ruined. I'm about to get married, and look at me. It's getting better. Oh, does it? Does it look like that with your 2 clear eyes?
I feel like Penny's going to get it on the wedding day. And how do you actually get pink eye? Because maybe it's touching the same things, that's how it seems like. But the only one that I remember it from is a Seth Rogen film. And I actually can't remember what film it is. It's got Katherine Heigl in, I think. And Jonah Hill is his like roommate. And the guy from How to Train Your Dragon as well, who does the voice from it. I can't remember his name now. From She's Out of My League. They fart on each other's pillows. That's how they do it. They farted on each other's pillows, and obviously when he went to sleep and he got pink eye when he woke up. But apart from that, I don't know any other way you can get it. And also, Sheldon's mum's moaning at him about this, but like he's actually gone, and he's asked him to come to the wedding. Like if he refuses, that's not Sheldon's fault, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to go that far. He's done his bit. He's asked him. He said no. He's refused. That's his mum's choice now to make that decision.
I know they're pricey, but these are the Dallas Cowboys of tires. All right, good call. You won't regret it.
Oh, that was impressive.
Yeah, well, it's easy when you love your product.
I know you two have your differences.
You mean pretty much everything about us?
Not everything. You're both tall.
You have no idea what you are talking about.
Ooh, there, that was very Sheldon. It wasn't easy for him either with you picking on him all the time.
Picking on him? Is that what he told you?
Well, what about the time he threw away his Halloween costume?
Well, yeah, because he was going to dress as some girl scientist. But he was still going to get beat up for wearing that dress. I always looked out for him at school. I drove him everywhere. I apologized to people when he was rude.
I've also removed all the red balloons from his Lucky Charms because they weren't Irish enough.
Has he ever thanked you? Would it kill him to actually say it? You know how I got the money to open up my first store? Busted my ass for it. All the extra money that we had to go to Sheldon. And do you know what he's never said to me?
Donka Shane?
After all my sacrifices, guess which kid my mom is the most proud of?
If it makes you feel any better, my mom's most proud of Sheldon, too.
You want a beer?
Can you open it for me?
No, it's a twist off.
I know.
Hey, got all the beads to the other side.
Bernadette says they're checking the kids now.
I know it's not traditional wedding attire, but how about a welder's mask?
If you know a welder, that could be something borrowed.
No, I don't want one. I just want you to spell it correctly. Why, unless the club is the poor typing club. Well, that was rude. Someone just lost their gratuity.
You need to apologize to your brother.
Sorry?
Yes, like that, but nicer and that way.
I told you this is a bad idea. Sometimes you can't patch a tire, you just gotta buy a new one. Actually, that's always the case. Never patch, buy new.
You get it all out.
Not
Shut
now.
up! You went away to college after Dad died. Who do you think took care of everything? Missy was a dumb teenager. I had to look after both of them.
I talk to Mom all the time. If she was upset, she would have told me.
She was protecting you, you idiot, just like everyone always does.
I suppose I didn't think about how it was for everyone else. I'm sorry. It would mean a lot to me to have my big brother at my wedding.
I wouldn't miss it.
That was a
Weird, did
genuine
you
one
just
for me.
patch a tire?
Yeah. Leonard's always emotional, isn't he?
Hey, how's it going?
Really good. Georgie's going to come to the wedding.
Oh, that's great.
Why aren't you looking at the camera?
Oh, I'm just working on my peripheral vision.
Are those women's magazines making you feel bad about yourself again?
Yep, that is what's happening.
Those women are airbrushed to make it look like they have good vision.
Maybe you and Leonard could stay for 2 to 3 more fun-filled days there.
Leonard, good news. We do have time to visit the Museum of the American Railroad.
I'd say no, but what's the point?
I don't want to get too close. Pink eye.
Hey! I know this is gonna sound crazy, but would you be interested in going to a wedding with me?
Innit? Find anything in common. Do you know what, right? Just say yeah. Just say yes and go, and let's see what where we get to. It's the final season going into it. Let's just have a bit of spontaneous, actions, and let's see where the fun takes us. You know what I mean? I'm excited for it, and I actually don't know if the wedding's going to be in tomorrow's episode. If I'm being totally honest, obviously today was trying to get his brother to come to the wedding, and he asked him loads of times, and he said no, and you can't really do anything about that. But listening to the stories, I can kind of understand a bit of their relationship. But in terms of these guys, I don't know how they got the pink eye, but the makeup department, again, big up to them, made it look really bad. You know what I mean? It actually does look really bad and look like they were suffering. And Amy was funny there, looking at it from the side. Stay there for 2 to 3 more fun-filled days before obviously they go back to normal. Now, maybe on the wedding, Penny actually does get it, and he's the one looking bad in the wedding photos, not those guys, you know what I mean? But it's a pretty good episode. Do you know what? I've got to say, the last 3 episodes I've actually really enjoyed. The build up, the anticipation, they're getting closer towards the end of the season. It's actually been really good. I think it's picked up, and it's excited me, and it's obviously got me hooked now, waiting for the wedding, especially talking about it, getting ready for it, inviting people to it. The wedding dress last episode, I'm all for it. I'm all game. So whether it's going to be in this episode, well, tomorrow's episode, or the start of the next season, hopefully it's going to be a good and entertaining one. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out our channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So Sheldon, first time we've seen his brother actually in the show, and it seemed like he was a brother that, I don't know, like picked on him, like Sheldon said. Obviously, we only kind of had like one side of the story. That's the thing with people, if you've never met them, you don't know them, you only get fed one side of the story, you can form an opinion, and sometimes it's not always correct, because like looking at him, he actually wasn't that bad, and he wasn't a big bully brother. And if you look at the situations, yeah, he threw his Halloween costume away because he was going to be Madame Curie, and he's like, the guys would have picked on him for dressing as a girl. You kind of understand the big brother trying to look after him for that, sitting on his head, making him watch something. Again, it's not that deep. All brothers, all siblings fight and do pranks and mess around like that. I feel that's just standard in everybody's households, and he's talking about stuff as well about, nobody ever thinks about how hard it is for him. His family all looking up to Sheldon, supporting Sheldon, doing everything for him so he could do this, and this, so he could go to college and do that, and he's just Georgie left on the side. Nobody really, paying attention to him, giving him what he needs, and even then he feels like he's got a responsibility to look after Sheldon as well, because everybody else is putting in all this effort for him to succeed in his life, and he doesn't want to be that person that's kind of dragging him down and be the responsible, be responsible for the possible failings if he didn't actually get on board. Do you know what I mean? So like, I understand this whole side of the story and what he was saying, and it's good that Sheldon actually did too, and he actually come and apologised, and it was sincere as well. It wasn't just one of these ones, remember when he speaks to like Penny or whatever's, and he says go in there and tell them that you're sorry, and you don't have to mean it, but just say it so that it ends kind of like the conflict of the situation. And when he does it, he kind of like gives a wink or something like that. on this one, it looks genuinely true. He listened to what his brother had to say, and he actually felt bad for him, and he apologised, and now he's coming to the wedding, which is really, really good, and obviously I'm excited for it, like I just said a minute ago. So decent few episodes, really enjoyed them, can't wait for the finale. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you enjoyed it too, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.